That's great. So, and going back to having capacity and denying that there is an issue, I know that
Hmm.
I did that with grandma, unfortunately, and
Right.
I'm in the industry. Uh, but for so what is legal capacity to sign documents? And if they don't have legal capacity, what's a guardianship cost and what is a guardianship?
Hmm. Okay, so legal capacity is simply the ability to understand that you have assets and you want to designate an individual to administer those assets for you. It's a fairly low standard, but in my experience, that standard, while it is low, is very often individuals are very often incapable of meeting that standard as they age. Now, we also, anybody who's had experiences with seniors knows that an older senior has better moments or better times of the day or better days when they could potentially execute these documents. But we also have to take into account the family dynamics. So if we have an only child and a parent, and the only child has been caring for that parent for years, and it's obvious that that relationship is good, it might be easier to for them to sign that document. But if there are a bunch of children and they all have varying degrees of sophistication, or there's some sort of strife in the family, well, at that point, we're less likely to agree that the individual has capacity if they're on the cusp. As far as a guardianship goes, it could take a few months in order to be granted the guardianship, and if it's uncontested, meaning that nobody else in the family wants to be the guardian, it could still end up costing between $8,000 and $10,000. It is an expensive endeavor, and as I said, time-consuming and emotionally draining. We want to, in an ideal world, and we can give you that ideal world because it's easy to get a power of attorney before you're incapacitated. You want the immediate ability to administer financial and healthcare decisions. You do not want to wait months to be granted that ability.